Well, this is hardcore. I'm gifting... Buy 1 sub, get 3 months of Discord Nitro. Huh. Okay. I had a couple of things on my list today. Ah, yeah. The end of last stream, we had it. We were loading in, some of this stuff was being serialized now, and that now includes, enemy placement in levels. So they're being loaded in time after time. I'm wondering if I should have a printout to screen when a debug message happens, so I don't have to read it in the console. That could be nice. But I was thinking I could have more in there. Stuff like the second screen. Hey Bowser. Or maybe screens like this. Maybe the UI could be decided. I think when I left the end of the stream, I wanted this stuff to be wrapped. It's currently not being word wrapped. But honestly, I'll probably redesign this all at some point anyway, so it's not the biggest deal. This isn't exactly permanent. One thing I wanted to do, I'm sort of forgetting. Oh. Alright, how are you, Bowser? I thought I had some stuff left in my to-dos. We could also just switch it up. Work on particle effects or something. Still poorly. Yeah, I've been a little off last couple of days. I've been just absolutely downing water. What's wrong, Bowser? What do I want to do? At some point, I want to look into a UI library. And see if I can make like a level editor. Oh, this isn't a real JSON here. Trailing comma. Is that really not allowed? Oh, actually, I think at the end of last stream we were working on the cutscene system. Let's try and bring that back. You had a tickly cough last week, went to Newcastle and became a chest infection. That's horrible. I've had this like slightly opened paracetamol sitting on my desk for a while. Maybe I'll try that. Yeah, I'm sure it'll be fine. It's mostly starch anyway. Little gross. Okay. Hey Rob. Okay, up north. Hey Army. Oh yeah, I found out that there's a setting now for video capture to force SDR. So this is actually HDR video. When I said it looked kind of dark last time, there's a way to clamp it to SDR, which is this. Which is I think what you can see now. A little easier to read, hopefully. Got a friend's wedding next Sunday. All your friends are getting married, huh? Okay. Let's have a look. I want cutscenes to start working, huh? Oh. Yeah, it's a 30s thing. I get it. Okay. I believe I already have the trigger in... let's clean some of this up. Let's close everything in here. Let's load up. We'll have Entity Factory, and I think we also want Stage System. Don't know why this is here 4 times. Here we go. Handle cutscene spawn events. So in the enemy one, we're actually doing something, whereas here we're not doing much. We're just printing it. That's what I keep telling James. Aren't you like, you're like 24 or something, right, Army? You're a couple years younger than me, I thought. He's 32 though. Old man. Fair enough. Let's see. It's this chunk in here we want. So we were spawning an enemy, like, type? I think what we want from this is we want entity factory dot spawn load sentence. I guess it's called load sentence. Let's rename that. Spawn sentence. I find that really funny. Oh, I pretty much finished. If you might remember the last couple C++ streams, I was complaining this week about the work I was doing at work. I've finally gotten that wrapped up. We were getting like a Windows application to run on in a dev container in Linux on Mac OS on ARM. So that was working at the end of today. Although we worked until like 5:30. And then we found out we might actually not need any of it. So I've now spent like 5 or 6 days deep in the... Like, this stuff here might look semi-complicated, but it doesn't even come remotely close to what I've been doing. I've been going through custard, I told my co-workers. I never got truly stuck, but I was wading through some slow soup. I've been doing that for like basically a week, and now basically found out that maybe it wasn't worth anything other than the raw experience. That's fun. I have learned that I truly do hate Copilot. It truly is useless. Just an enormous waste of computational and power and industry space. Jesus. Whatever. Anyway. Just include the Windows header. Whatever. I did manage to break it and let it print out a good team for Gen 1 Pokemon Elite 4, so that's fun. This thing here. I'm wondering if this will just work. Spawn sentence, sentence. So, spawn sentence. And then I believe we might have something here. Enemy data here. So, we don't want enemy data. We want sentence data. Fine. So we want sentence data dot ID, and we want to spawn sentence data, and there's no enemy type. And I don't think we need anything else actually. Sentence data is a sentence, right? That's it. It's so easy. Your time is valuable to me. Thanks, Bowser. Maybe it's not a sentence. It's not called sentence data. Stage system dot header. Stage data. Yeah, I've got like something at the back of my head. Sickly. Don't know what. I wasn't feeling that bad all day. Like a little slow, but like feeling a bit worse now. Anyway. Sage. No, I'm in the wrong place. I need to be in the entity factory. And somewhere in here should be... No, maybe not. Hang on. Stage data. Asset manager, that's it. And then I look in new. That's called cutscene data. Okay. So it's the cutscene data dot Okay, and then at this point we need to start thinking about what cutscene we spawn. So that's a little annoying. Let me think. I'm thinking that this spawn sentence probably needs to take a cutscene data instead of an individual sentence. That makes sense to me. Terrific asset, absolutely. So let's do that. Spawn sentence should actually be spawn. Well, it's not really cutscene, is it? Let's call it cutscene for now. This may get confusing. Cutscene data. Spawn cutscene should take cutscene data. So, let's see. At this point, we need to think about how we're handling this entity. Add transform. Why was this being returned? For now, let's get the first sentence working, right? Okay. Actually, where is it going to be stored? Interesting. Is it not called first? IntelliSense seems to be breaking today. Come on. Restart the language server. Check for updates. Okay. Why is it not autofilling? Clang D VS Code not showing autocomplete. This is the stuff that makes me want to use a better IDE, because this is kind of a stupid feature. Maybe I should use IntelliSense instead. What's Clang D doing for me right now? Yeah, this isn't working. Disable, restart, enable. Maybe that'll fix it. It's just a vector. I just don't remember the syntax for getting the last element. Because I would like it to print off all the syntax, so I guess I have to have a fucking Firefox window open. Whoa, what's happened to this stream? Why is it like that? Why does it look so shit? What the fuck? Why does it look like that? It doesn't look like this on my screen. Something about it's broken. Hit it. Windows 10. Alright, something's gone horribly wrong here. I'm not really sure what. Weird. Okay, what do I do in, I'm like a little bit too tired for this BS. Such a basic feature for an IDE to have. Dot back. That's not so hard, is it? Alright, so we've got a sentence here. Sentence reference. Oh wait, hang on. Having this window sticking out breaks it. Why? In what world? Okay. Sure. We've got a sentence here. What's wrong? Redeclaration of member is not allowed. What do you mean redeclaration of member is not allowed? No discard. Identifier cutscene data. That's part of log data. You're not importing that somewhere? Oh man, there's a header issue somewhere. Well, let's just include data.hpp then. It's fine. Hey look, it's auto-completing here. Why was that not working before? Alright, Bowser. What do you mean invalid data, cutscene data? You're importing them. Are you a subclass? Is it stage? I guess it's stage data cutscene. Like that. You think it could just tell me that, but I don't think it's quite so smart. Alright, well, that fixes that issue. What's the next one? Okay. Discarding. Sure. Can I void this? trying to remember right now. Have I told what kind of work you do? I don't remember. I thought you did a game dev thing for a thing a couple of years ago. Okay. So I don't know what this is going to do. I was kind of hoping it would just spawn a cutscene on screen. Oh, there we go. So this system still kind of works. I don't know why it's just saying 2, 1. Interesting. And then another one. Let's see why I might be doing that. Test stage.json. I should really be using Hocon or something. Or XML. The order doesn't massively matter. No. My hair in my mouth. Oh yeah, I don't know what you're up to right now, I'm afraid. Let's disable spawning, essentially. Oh, the text is just the number 2. Okay. This is the first sentence. Second sentence now. Third sentence. Actually, this is the name of the cutscene. Third cutscene. Honestly, let's just... You can happen at 10 seconds. First one can happen at, like, pretty quick. You can happen at 8 seconds. It's actually happening 15 seconds. Cutscene 1, sentence 1. Now you can have another sentence in there. Sentence 2. Right. I'll give you a different sprite. Bean.png? Okay. Sure. Cutscene 2, sentence 1. Sentence 2. Cutscene 3, sentence 1. 2. That'll do it for me. Oh, bean.png not found. Hey Dizzle. Your main account's been banned from Discord. Oh, sure. Yeah, I can unban you. What did you do? Bans. Let's see, does it say? Oh, you had a dodgy avatar. When were you banned? I can revoke that for now. Just don't do it again. Hopefully you're more grown up now. 3 or 4 years ago. Oh. Well, act mature and you'll be fine. You go to work rehab, as in doing or trying out stuff for people who have mental issues or long time unemployed. Oh, that's cool. The goal to eventually to getting a real job. Oh, actual job. Yeah, inverted commas. That's nice. How's that been going? Have you enjoyed it? What's your sort of day to day? Oh, bean.png is not a thing. It's not in player then, I guess. It's in just textures / bean. Alright, look. Oh, I guess it gets the last one. I just hard-coded that. So that's not how that should work. It should go one at a time, I guess. Ah, just up front. Okay, autocomplete's working now and all is good. Hello, Antundi. So we should have some text on the left. Cutscene 1, sentence 1. And then I think that's it for now, because I haven't written the code to progress it. So what I'm actually going to do, I think I'm going to ditch the whole shoot the cutscene box thing that we had. That was more of a lazy issue. I'm going to do this properly. Collision is going to go away. And I would like you instead to have keyboard input, I suppose. How do I do that with the player? Let's see. Spawn character. Action responder, perhaps? Action responder. Responds to keyboard input. Okay. Oh, hey, RNG. Thanks for the 51 months. How are you doing?
51.
Wow. That's almost Biker James's age. You're doing stuff on selling workshops in there. So for example, putting price on other stuff in workshops. Oh nice. Do you get out and about? It's important to get out. It works now, sorry for the profile picture, not sure what it was, but I apologize. I know what it was, but I'll save you the hassle. Just don't do it again. Going to... wow. Music. You're going to Budapest with some friends in December for a few days, not sure, we're going to DP. Wow. Have fun out there, but stay safe though. Oh dude, never mind. Alright, Mr. DisplayPort. We just have this thing called action... Don't say that, Tom Bowser. Spawn cutscene. I'm going to give it... I think it's action responder. Just add action responder. Yeah. Wow, autofiller. Incredible. It was cool that you could just shoot it though. It doesn't need health. that was laziness mostly. Yeah, I'll be honest as well. This whole position thing not really working. Registry.inplace sentence. How about instead of that, we registry.inplace conversation haver. I don't know. Yeah, you know what? Instead of conversation, instead of putting the sentence in there, let's actually put the cutscene data in. I don't think add transform here is really what we need. So for now, I'm just going to do this. Keep things a little easy. Nah, just something like this. Transform, animation, action responder. Easy enough. And I don't think I need this. Add animation is tough, huh? Really? I think this isn't going to be needed. Because that spawns an animation. I would ideally like to be able to have... You know what, yeah, I'm going to keep this out of here for now. I'm going to spawn one of these. I'm going to standard move the cutscene data. Okay. So this is now being stored in the registry. It can respond to actions. I'm a bit iffy on the whole transform thing. But have it for now. I think we have somewhere called render gameplay HUD, I think. Sentence. Ah, this thing. Here we go. I think the cutscene data itself should be holding on to which sentence to draw. Data.header. So cutscene data. Conversation. Actually, you know what? Let's just play the conversation at the bottom and slice off the array as you press buttons. So instead of looking for sentence, I would like you to be cutscene data. Oh, sorry, stage data, cutscene data. Man, it's nice when autofill works. It's so much faster. I'm just going to do auto sentence equals cutscene data dot begin. Well, maybe it's not cutscene data. Maybe it's cutscene data dot conversation dot begin. Whoops. Oh, sorry, const auto. And you're upset why? No, you should be fine. Unless sentence doesn't have position? No, you should have position. I think this is just a build error. Okay, this is fine. This is pretty much what we need. What I want to do is go to the action responder. Here we go. For every enemy with a firing weapon, movement input, etc. Sorry, hello. To be honest, what I am doing there at the moment makes you feel like you can't use your creativity at all. So in about a month, you're switching to a different place where it's more digital projects based. So you're glad about the convo about breaks you had. That's good. That's nice. That's really really nice. It's also good to be getting experience as well. I suppose you might not have known that you are not fond of the job until you've tried it, right? Yeah, it helps you refine your taste a little bit. The more experience you get in different places. Okay. So this is for every entity with a basic firing input. I want the action key. What is all this, huh? This is not needed. Let's start to get rid of some of this. Actually, some of this maybe needs to come back. Yeah, to do fix. These things need to be console commands. I remember that now. Okay. Action focus. What other actions did we have? Confirm? I think attack is fine. Or confirm. Every entity with movement input. Do we have a component for... I think we just have stage data, right? So I think we should just be able to do something like what we do in the render HUD system. So for every entity with a cutscene data in it. I'm liking this. Action responder system. Hello, Pear. It's very hard to read your name. Twitch seems to have disabled readable colors. I'll try and fix that. Chat appearance. Oh, readable colors is on. I guess black text on black background is a readable color. Sure. Sure thing, Twitch. Well, I get OBS, I guess. No, it's Twitch. I think it's a little chat window. It's a little web view. I see you want a bunch of people for voting not Twitter. What's the deal with that? I mean, people have always been trying to move to an alternative, but I figured I might as well. Oh, I just removed or disabled all my windows. I never use the shake to close thing in Windows 10. It only ever annoys me because I'm trying to move stuff between my monitors and it gets stuck. There must be a way to disable that. It's Blue Sky. It's just Elon Muskless Twitter. This one. But yeah, they've continued to ruin the platform, which is no one's surprise. So I think I applied to this beta, but when I got the email saying like, oh cool, you can make your account now, there was like nothing on the platform, but I think there's actually stuff on the platform now. Like if I scroll, I'm seeing tweets from people I recognize as like artists and There's like a picture of fauna. They're even using the same hashtags. It's quite funny. It is essentially a Twitter clone by and what's his name again? The guy, they're like the founder of Twitter. I can't remember his name. He has like the most basic Twitter handle. It's like twitter.com/Jeff or something. Apparently there's no algorithm. I'm scrolling and I'm just seeing HoloLive pictures. Just they can train their AI, yeah. I mean, Reddit does the same thing. It's a problem where people repost to Reddit, because then their art gets stolen for that. Yeah, I don't know. This platform seems pretty chill, actually. It's the same. I'm reading it as I'm scrolling down. There's 11k of you. Hi and thanks for the following. Oh, it's a VTuber. They've got an 17.5 thousand followers. Like, they're doing a good job so far of leeching from Twitter. Oh yeah. Apparently just toggling readable colors fix sticks. Now yours is grey now. You only recently started coding. You're trying to make an easy program for an assignment, but you get a warning, and Google says why, but you're not good at the terminology. You think you could help me? Maybe. What's the error? What are you trying to do? What language? Is this for school? We also have a channel on Discord for this as well. If it's like you need pictures and stuff. It's called Programming in Tech. I bet it's a seg fault. You reckon it's a segmentation fault? That would be rough. Okay. So for every cutscene data, so everything in the registry that is of type cutscene data, and then this, perfect. Just grab this, and we delete this. No, we keep this. Let's see. Sentence, begin, cursor, draw text, position. Don't need any of this. I just need to do a check if... not focus. If input manager does pressed... What was I doing for shooting? Basic firing weapon. Auto bullet to fire was this. How on earth is this working? So only the player shoots. Shoot via attack. Owning everything you tweet might not be a problem for you because you rarely post, but you might jump ships as well. I mean, it's just another platform. Apparently, it hasn't got a algorithm, which is I love. I like that. That's a good marketing. I've been saying for like a little while. We're gonna get people called like organic programmers or something, or like organic websites where it's just algorithmless for us like hipsters that maybe don't want utter brain rot, and it's like okay to stop scrolling at some point because you're not interested. You're trying to roll a dice at once and get them to land in the same number. The language is C# and the error is ENC0118. If you pop that error into Google, what comes up? I imagine there should be some page somewhere on well, in Microsoft or something that'll give you a more... There should be a name of an error. Just a code by itself isn't terribly useful. Roll two dice and get them to land the same number at once. You could also pop your chunk of code in there. A. Try to instantiate a namespace instead of a class. A try to call a field instead of a method. A try to use a type as a variable. A try to use an external alias as a type. Maybe you're using the wrong piece of grammar. You know how here I'm using blah 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 dot blah blah blah, you know, pointy arrow blah 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 colon. That can matter, especially syntax. I haven't done C# in quite a while. How much code is it? If it's just a little chunk, you could post it, or just like a little bit, a couple of lines. Does it show you where in your code you're getting the error? Does it underline it in red and say like, oh, it's this bit that's wrong? You have a constant without a number associated with it. The Twitter algorithm's not very good. Sometimes it's nice. Like, I liked one picture of a bird, and I saw some pictures of birds, but honestly, I just used the following page, so... The error came after you wrote console.writeline you rolled. What types are roll 02 and roll 03? Because I expect the console.writeline function wants you to have strings, because it's printing it off to the console. Ints. Does C# have a way to wrap or cast ints to string? Like int.toString or string int? Maybe Google for that. Like C# print or C# writeline int or something like that. This is WouHou. We're currently working on the... Well, when were you last here, Minty? Maybe that'll help me describe what we're doing. I'm just trying to remember why this is not rectify weapon.countdown. Oh, here we go. This thing. If blah. Oh, WouHou only mode. That's so mean. Someone's asking a question. If I turn that on, people won't be able to say anything. Announce orange. Dog. Interesting. What's orange about that? It's 30 seconds. Alright. Have fun. There you go. Sorry, pair. Someone used their Twitch bits to be really funny. So I'm forced by social construct to disable your ability to type for 30 seconds, so you can type a dog. There you go. That's a Pikmin. Alright, I'll bring it back in a minute, don't worry. This is going to be the one time I actually do re-enable it. So I'm just going to say if attack's been pressed, we're going to iterate over every cutscene, and I'm going to say entity dot... How do I do this again? Oh, hang on, how do I do this again? Movement input. Oh. Cutscene data dot conversation dot... I want to pop the first element. Is there just perhaps a remove at... Alright, there you go. You've had your fun, right? There must be a standard function for this, right? In the C++ library? C++ pop first element from vector. This must be a thing. Oh no. I just want to drop first. It's very normal thing to do in a language. Ah, you can erase the first one, so you can say erase. No. Erase is slow. I mean, it's not going to be a big vector. It's going to have like 10 things maximum. It's just a list of cutscenes. Now, why on earth is this not extremely easy to do? It just says .erase. So let's try it. Does that work? No matching function. I'm going to guess that erase is a newer function. Vector.erase. It does not seem to exist in the whatever version of C++ we are using. When was vector added? Your messages didn't send. I'm afraid not. Is it you might be able to press... If you press the up arrow key in the Twitch chat, it might show you your last message so you can resend it. Oh. You don't understand how to Google it because you're new to the terminology, but the code's only... I mean, 72 lines is quite... Is it possible to send it to you? Yeah, I've got a Discord channel. Discord. This one. There is a channel, if you scroll down, under sharing, called Programming and Tech. Just paste the code in there. You can have a look. Erase. Now, why on earth do I not have this? When were you added? It's not C. It's C++ 20. That can't be right. They really only added that in 2020. No, it says 2011. Erase since that. What version of C++ am I using? Like 14? Oh dear. Alright then. Well, this has to be a lot more annoying than it has to be. I can't believe there's not an easier way. What does R begin mean? What do you do? Does that remove the beginning or reverse the beginning? Reverse. Great. Like, do I have to reverse it, pop the end, and then reverse it again? That seems so inefficient. Can I not just cut the first one and then shuffle everything down a bit? What a silly language. C++, remove first element from vector. This would be so trivial in any other language. Erase doesn't exist. I'm sorry, Google. Wow. Delete first element from vector. That cannot be correct. Yeah, they're all saying to use erase. Why on earth is erase not working? Do I need to call standard vector erase, maybe? Does this work? Do you mean hecto? I'm afraid I don't. Do I mean vecto? There really is no... Use standard deque. Standard vector erase. This cannot possibly be right. No type named vector in standard. How about just vector erase then? Undeclared... I'm losing my mind here. I know this language is old, but really? There's no like just pop first or remove first, drop first, anything like that. Remove at, delete at position, something like that. Action responder system. You're telling me you're not including... I guess you want data. Let's grab you in there. This is not it. Where are you? Where is data? Utilities? Game entity. Okay. Something like this should help. Then you've got access to vector. You really don't have access to vector in here. Text. Okay, it's complaining about something else now. Sent it in Discord. Okay. I'm trying to make a game design so you have something already planned before you move to Digital Workshop. I see. You released the 72 lines including an earlier part. Let's have a look. It's been a long time since I've done new C#. So you've got static void main. Match the dice. Console.writeLine. Alright. Random number generator 02. Why are you naming them things like number generator 02? Is it auto completing or are you adding the numbers at the end yourself? It's not It's not typical to do that. It's not best practice usually. Oh, my webcam just glitched out. Let's have a look. Int roll2 is 0. Roll 03 is 0. Int temp 02 is 0. I would first recommend that you name stuff as simple as possible, just to prevent any confusion. Please press enter to roll the dice. While they are the same, you're adding them because further up the code you're also using the same ints and you want to differentiate them. Okay. Thank you for the explanation. Sure. I mean, for something like this exercise, sure. If you know what you're doing, then it's not the end of the world. So while they're the same, which will be true here, console.readKey, I guess, is just anything. It just reads any input. Do you have two number generators? I see you define something called random number generator 02, but I don't see where you're calling random number generator 01. Is that somewhere else? Do you need two random number generators? Can you not just use one? Console.writeLine, you rolled, plus roll 02 and roll 03. Attempts plus plus. It took you attempts to roll. Chill, Mr. Console. I like that. Oh, thanks, Monas. 56 months as well. Fucking hell.
Can you port this game for the N64?
The Rambus.
THX in advance.
Classic Rambus. Thank you, Monas. Maybe, if you know how to write assembly and C. If I cut out all the classes, that could work. That one is earlier. It must have auto-completed to 01, but both should be 02. All right, fix that. You still have the error. You know what, I'll Google it for you. I'm kind of curious. C#. Right line int. How do I print text from an integer and a value on the same line in the console? So I think this guy's having the same problem as you on this Stack Overflow post. They are using some kind of token. You see those curly braces. Ah, okay. Have a look at this Microsoft website. This link here. String interpolation using $. $sign identifies it as interpolated. It means it might contain interpolation expressions. This looks exactly what you need. So you could instead, I'll write it for you here. I don't know if this is quite right. Instead of writing it took you 02 attempts, you can wrap these with mustaches, little handlebars. Something like this. Don't know if that's going to work. Actually, you know what? I think you need to have a $sign at the start. So I think it will be something like this. Actually, can I delete that old comment? I don't know how you delete comments, I'll be honest. Mod view doesn't seem to work anymore. A lot of this doesn't seem to work anymore. Show mod icons. I guess I can't delete my own message? That can't be right. I can only pin my own messages. What? What if I want to delete my own comment? I'm not allowed to, alright. Yeah, try this with the $sign at the start. See if that works. Again, I'm just sort of reading this off the website. Actually, I think the $sign's in the wrong place. I think the $sign needs to be before the speech marks. So actually, it's something more like this. It's kind of weird trying to write code on Twitch. Not really my forte. That's handy. All right, try that third one. It took me a couple of goes, but try something like that. So that code, but also for the you rolled and see if that works. It seems like if you write the $sign before a string, you're saying that somewhere in this string will be some variables or similar. And then if you have curly braces, like the little curly braces, you can pop a variable in there and it will interpret it for you into a string. So you'll need to replace anywhere that you're doing a string plus some text plus string with this. See how it works. What was I working on in here? Sentence. Position is not an iterator of vector const iterator. Are you sure about that? I have the first element. This is the render HUD system. This should be fine. Alright, I think this is... Oh, it's not begin. It's dot... at begin? Is there not a dot front, maybe? Ah, there we go. That's it. Alright, action responder system. Standard vector erase. Let's Google this thing. This does not seem to be working the way I want it to. I thought it needed an iterator. Standard vector erase. Standard vector erase. Const iterator pos. Alright. So you're a const auto. Is there a quick fix for this? Change vector to hecto. I don't think that's quite right. Is there an example in here? C.erase. Well, it just says I should be able to do blah 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 dot erase. And then, not your code, this code. I mean, yeah, assuming that it's still got elements left, that's worth checking as well, of course. So for every entity, we want to erase the first one, but we might as well check. It's not empty, otherwise, you know, there's not much point. I guess at that point, at some point, you want to delete. Like, you want to check here. If it's empty, then we want to delete everything that entity is related to. Now, how on earth would that work? I'm pretty sure I have a delete in here somewhere. Registry dot removed. Can I remove everything that entity is related to? If it's... I just erase the entity? You have to be a type. Yeah. Oh, that's a little annoying. What do I do when the player dies? Just dot remove? Let's see. It's health? Damage? What do I call that? Render actor. Weapon system, maybe? Respawn system? Health equals whatever. Registry.remove respawning. That makes some sense. Is it just weapon system? No. Oh, that's a little annoying. Enemy system, handle weapon. Collision system? Registry target health. It does work, and the code looks cleaner, but you're getting the warning. It points to main being the issue. Okay. How much of the project is automatically generated? Did you write your whole main function? Static void main arg. I think it's just saying that somewhere in there is problematic, unless you've written static void main incorrectly. That part was auto-generated. Okay. Namespace for loops, internal class program, static void main. Debug, right? Just comment out all the code inside main. So it just says static void main, open curly brace, close curly brace, and see if it still causes problems. Might sound a little silly, but you know, it'll let you know if the problems are the code that you've written or the format of the file or something. It's a pretty quick check as well, hopefully. You can usually just press Control Backspace on your keyboard to comment stuff out like this as well. Okay. Culling system. This must be it. Registry.destroy. Wow. Alright. That's it. Destroy. It's the third option that sounds like remove. Erase? Where? And then what, you need to type as well? Method is not marked const. Or you need to be const to erase? I don't know about that. This has type const vector sentence. Oh wait, hang on. Oh, that's annoying. Well, maybe you don't have to be const then. Let's fix that up. You put the thing around main. Literally just have something like, just something like this. So all that code, the match the dice down to console.readk, just comment it out. So it doesn't get compiled, and it'll tell you if there's a problem. What else does .erase need? Am I using it somewhere? Oh, that's a registry thing. Entries.erase iterator. Really now? Entries.begin, entries.end. So instead of .begin... Because I thought begin was a iterator, I'll be honest. Okay, fine. Okay, now the auto format is broken. That's great. Why does it keep breaking? It's very frustrating. When it works really well. Oh, you do have to be const? Why does this work without const? That doesn't make a lot of sense. Oh, you need to be auto at. Jeez, alright. Auto pointer. Reference. Alright. Registry.view. This is complicated just because C++ is very esoteric. And then, yeah, I say this, someone will pop in and say it's not, but like they'll have spent 20 years learning it. If someone like Swift, this is the most trivial thing in the world. You just do, yeah, something like that. It's not even worth conversation. Whatever. Oh, you... Do I have to... Seriously, I have to... That cannot be possibly be right. Okay, instead of .begin, what other options do you give me? .@0? So I don't want the sentence, I want the pointer to it. I don't want that, I just... Jesus, what? You're okay at using R, though? Oh, yeah. Jeez. Front? That's the same sort of thing. What's the difference between front and begin then? I thought begin was going to be a iterator. Front is instance method that provides a sentence, and begin is a const iterator. That sounds right to me. Cannot bind to a temporary. Yeah, that's plenty of sense to me. I'm very frustrated that this is so stupid to do. I'm sure there'll be some really easy way to do it, but Google comes up and it has no idea. C++, remove first element. Remove element from vector. Standard vector erase. It just says erase begin. Like it's just this. It's just this. Is it because I'm using... That's it. Like that's the code it has. Erase the sixth element. My vector dot erase. My vector dot begin. Blah 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 dot erase. All right. Maybe I'm just using the wrong version of this language. This hasn't been created yet. This says it's from C++ 98. Maybe it's because it's a const iterator position? I'm losing my mind here. I'm just going to Google the error message. Oh, this is my error. It does not take an index as an input. Do I have to do... What? Plus 0? That's not right. That looks horrible. I don't like that. Blah blah blah. Dot. Maybe it's the type of this that's wrong. Is it because you're a pointer? You're passing it by value, which will make a copy. Well, I don't want that. I want this to be a reference. Still not really sure why this has 2 ampersands. Cutscene data. You're a const cutscene data reference. Silly language. You cannot erase values directly. You need to erase an iterator. Alexa. People are saying, yeah, you can just use begin. Blah blah blah. Dot erase begin. So I think I'm just not allowed to erase from this. Is this constant? Constant. So you're not able to change it. Well, I would like you to not be constant, please. Well, you're a reference. It expects a pane iterator. Okay. How do I make it not constant then? Mutable? Maybe I'll get this part, yeah. How am I doing this elsewhere? Let's look there first. We had culling system. Well, this is using registry. That's not brilliant. I mean, you're a reference, but you're not a const reference. Why are you a const reference? Why is this? Why are you just health? Registry.view health. Oh, it's because you've got const in there. Ah, there it is. A tiny little keyword. Oh, fuck's sake. Write a compiler that says, this is the error. Look on line 24 where you've declared it as constant. Perhaps say, it's constant. Expected, not constant. I don't know. There's a lot you could do here. That's very frustrating. Okay. Your error is fixed. Well, you shouldn't get an error if there's no code. That's good. But that also means that the error is in your code. Or are you trying something else? What was the problem in the end? All right. Anyway, this might be concerning. The registry.destroy while we're iterating through them. I guess we'll just have to see. Build, run. Oh. I guess it's held down. I only want it to be the first time it's pressed. Not while it's held down. I guess I could give it a timer. Or, I mean, really, I want it to be on just tap. Is everything in this engine auto? Like if I hold down on the main menu, it's just once. Okay. How am I doing that in the main menu? Main menu. Menu system? And just pressed move down. Input manager.just pressed. Whereas here it's is pressed. Well, I want just pressed then. That'll be it. So we're going along. Chat box pops up. We press space. Ooh. We removed all of it and did this instead on all parts of the program. Oh, there you go. So yeah, it seems like the error was that it was expecting a bunch of strings, but what we were doing was trying to add a string to an int. Like the plus literally just means add. And usually you can add strings together to make one big string, but yeah. You can no longer end F5 to test run it. Why is that? What happened? That seems odd. Registry.destroy entity. Alright, this is when I need to look at entity factory. We need to pull this out. And also the transform, maybe. Yeah, maybe. The transform's really for the animation. Ideally, this stuff isn't going to be in here. It's just the action responder. Can I view... whatever. It does nothing in the button to click to test run is grayed out. Oh, it might be that your application is still running. You might have to hit stop first. If it only allows one thing up running at a time, have a look. I get that issue in Visual Studio. Ah, that did it. That can be annoying, especially if you have debug and it's paused and you're trying to run again and you've forgotten it's paused. That can be annoying. All right, go for it, dude. Is it not command dot? Oh, you're not a full stop. All right. Well, whatever for now. Navigate back. What am I trying to do again? I wanted to look at my Git history. I thought I had some sort of Git GUI. Git GUI. What do you do? Oh. I've never used this. Git GUI. Open existing repo. I think this is documents. No, this is downloads. Not my wage slips. I think this project's just called WouHou, right? Or is it on my desktop? Alright. Scary. Oh, WouHou. Not a Git repo. Great. And I need to check something for a second. Pause this. I want to see if I can view my Git history for this file without doxing myself. Actually, that's fine. I've just opened GitHub on the side. I need to go to the loo. I'll be back in 1 minute. Talk amongst yourselves. Jump. Did it, and it turns out you coded it wrong either way. The loop should only stop when they're the same value, but it stops at any value, so it stops on the first try. Oh. Nice. Glad to hear you got something working. That's good. Monas. Oh yeah, the leak stuff was kind of fun. I like better Metagross. That looks like a metal spider or something. That's fun. Alright, sentence 1, sentence 2. Not really sure why it's off to the side, but I think I have an idea. I imagine it's just the draw function. So, sentence.animation. I was going to open GitHub, wasn't I? GitHub, WouHou. Pop this on the side monitor. What file is this? Entity factor. And I want... here we go. I've got this up on the side monitor now. Render HUD system. Here we go. So it's the position thing. Here we go. So in here, not just draw text. Well actually. Tried roll 2 equals 3, but it doesn't seem to mean they have to be the same value. Oh. Check what equality is in C#. Some languages have equals, meaning is the same type, rather than the value is the same, but that seems odd. Blah 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 equals blah blah blah, like that normally means, well, the value is the same. It's normally 3 equals where it checks type. That's odd. Are you able to use the debugger? You can use well, my webcam's like glitching out. If you put a breakpoint in, like a little red dot in the margin, like this, there should be like a debug option, where if you run that, so in VS Code down here it's a little picture of a ladybird instead of the play button. If you have a breakpoint and hit debug, the program will stop here, and you should be able to hover over the variable to read what the value is. I guess you can also print them. Anyway. Conversation does not really need to be animated, I'm going to be perfectly honest with you. Draw HUD system. Animation system. Yeah, this is a little nasty. Maybe I should just have a function in here called next sentence or something. I don't know. The animation and transform, in which case, does need to be there. But I should probably put this somewhere else. So you're not needed, you're not needed. It's a little messy. Animation.conversation? Oh, solo animation. Oh, I'm in the wrong place. Whoops. Hang on a second. Down here. I want it down here. Something like this. Const auto blah. Sentence equals cutscene data dot conversation dot front. There we go. So I'm gonna keep this for now, but I don't particularly like it. So maybe I will just have a function in here called void. Maybe on destroy actually for sentence. What is the syntax for destroy again? On destroy, I wanted to delete itself from the registry. And then on create, I wanted to add itself onto the registry. Like that. But not on create. No, Is that a question for you or Woolen? You could put a red dot there, but you can't find the debugger. I'll be honest, it'll be around there somewhere. It's normally like a literal picture of a bug or a ladybird. It's normally next to the play button. Sometimes you'll have like VS Code up here, something called go. That's what it says. Or run. Run, start debugging. Breakpoints are extremely useful because it just pauses the program at that point and then lets you have a look at the state. Okay. Oh, the music stopped. Okay, let's play some Minecraft soundtrack, but it's Midwest emo. That sounds nice. We listened to this the other day. Everyone loves Midwest emo, right? Okay. For now, fuck, I don't want to copy paste, but to see if it works before I spend any time thinking about it, I'm gonna do it. Erase at the start if it's not empty. Erase at the start if it's empty. Destroy. Else. We're going to get the first sentence. Add animation is now not really in here. So yeah, this would be something we call in the entity factory. Action responder system has no reference to that. Add animation. Kind of hate this. Oh, wrong place. Man, I'm getting all mixed up today. A little hacky. You're using Visual Studio instead of Visual Studio Code. VS Community should have a button for debugging. Your tools are on the top. There should be a button. If not, give it a Google. Just write how to start debugger, Visual Community, something like that. Add animation is going to be something like this. Sentence.animation. Forgive me for this. I just want to see if it works, and then we'll make it nice. Make it work, make it pretty. I'm guessing this code should be in the entity factory or similar. Okay. Actually, you are just this. Nice music. Okay. Oh. The animation is tied to the entity. We remove the solo animation sprite and transform, I guess. Remove the given components from an entity. Alright. So we want to remove... like that? Alright. This is very messy. I'm sorry. If I just keep repeating make it pretty first, make it pretty after making it work, I feel less bad. No. Tummy's rumbling. I should make some toast later or something. Can't believe I've spent literally all week in this program. Even at bloody work, I can't get away from it. Alright, let's see. Will it crash? Okay, cutscenes 1, sentence 1 looks good. Oh. Alright, it just works. That's surprising. Okay. Well, word wrapping needs to be implemented. That's one thing for sure. I like it spawned the second cutscene. I guess you should delete all cutscenes. I mean, it shouldn't... the time shouldn't be ticking up. I guess I could pause ticks. Or at least the tick counting up if we're in a cutscene. It's easy to check. You just check if the registry has a cutscene object in it. That would be funny. Okay. What's the problem here? Why does the text start to the right? Oh, because I used to have a function called like write the text reversed or something, maybe? Let's have a look in the render HUD system. Ah, yeah. Position 0 minus modifier if it's on the left. Otherwise it's to the right, it's the other way. Position equals the center of the screen plus a modifier. Okay. Yeah, that's not really what I need. Wasn't word wrapping one of the features you were implementing? We got it working, and then I think Donut said he added it to the library. So we deleted my word wrapping code, even though I was happy with it. Sniff, sniff. Centered X, draw text. Okay, render pass.draw string instance wrap. That's not in there. Okay, how about text string instance wrap? That's not in here either. How about width? No? Oh, width. Draw, render pass draw. What's he writing? I can just read it. He gets text. Instance. Contains glyphs marked for rendering. Mark glyph for rendering. If code... For every code point in the UTF-8 view... Unlikely. Unlikely. Wow. Match to debug. What do you do with the results? You should get a screen. Hang on, I can do a debug in mine so you can see something similar. So, game's running, blah, 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 blah. Now it's paused. You should have something similar to this. It won't be exactly the same. But, I'm going to disable this. Somewhere in your program, you should be able to see the call stack. So, all the functions being called in the, you know, the order they've been called in. So it starts with main and comes all the way down to where I put the breakpoint. And then somewhere as well, you should have a list of all your variables. So you'll have your roll 02 and roll 03 and stuff. They'll be around there somewhere, probably. And what a lot of IDEs let you do, what a lot of these editors let you do, is just hover over a variable and it'll tell you the value. I don't know if that shows on screen. I think it does. Do you see on my stream, if I hover over modifier here, it says -32. That's just what it's decided. Yeah, your menu might not be on the left. It might be somewhere else. Maybe Visual Studio has it at the bottom, near the console. Something for you to look into in your own time, maybe. But are you able to hover over your variables to debug them? So you had your roll 02 and roll 03. Are you able to hover over and see what the value is? Or maybe click on it, hover, I don't know, that'll be something. Yeah, that's it. That's all I wanted to show you, that this tool is really handy. You'll have buttons that look a bit like this. It's 0 on both, which I'm guessing you're expecting, right? Or not. That's it, I just wanted to show you that tool. So when you want to do, when you're wondering later what values are while it's running, you can put a breakpoint in and just run through it. You'll see this arrow, something like this. It should say step over if you hover over it. It might have a different icon, but these icons are very common for debugging tools. You'll normally have a play button that will pause the, just keep running. You normally have step over, which just lets you, well, run through the code line by line. And step into, which goes into a function. And step out of, which tries to take you out of the function. Usually you'll be using step over if you want to go through things one at a time. Just like this. Just a handy tool to have. Hopefully it helps a little bit. Otherwise you just end up typing stuff to console constantly and it gets a little tedious. Man, I'm really hungry. Okay. Okay. Draw text, distant, centered X. Distant. Oh, that was the size. Position. Font. I'll stop this for a second. Wrap. Get wrapped text. So what were we wrapping before? Oh, this is the code we did have. I need to ask Donut. Where is he? Hey Donut, did you have a text wrapping utility or option in the version of libdonut I have? Question mark. I have a chunk of code I wrote myself that does it, but we commented it out. I think it was because you wrote one in. Alright, and we'll just see if he responds or not. I sent him a GIF of Freerun, apparently. I'll have him on the side as well. That's fine, let's not worry about it for now. Let's try and fix up this thing I said was ugly earlier. So in action responder system, this chunk here is kind of disgusting. So Well, it's not that bad, honestly. Maybe it's not that bad. This chunk's a little annoying. Where's the GIF of Freerun? It's a GIF of Freerun when she hands out the vial and says, men love this sort of thing. She looks very smug. You worked out how to use the debugger, but you can't work out why equals equals doesn't work. But equals equals seems to be correct, right? If both of the values are 0, then it's true. What's the problem exactly? Sorry for the questions, it's new, it's fine. I could very easily ignore you if I really needed to focus, but it's fun to try and help out. So it's nice. It's nice to see you being able to work through the problems. There's nothing worse than getting stuck on something early and just sort of giving up or getting frustrated. I have a lot of experience with that. Well, maybe not giving up so much, but getting frustrated, definitely. So in here, in spawn cutscene, I think this chunk of code is the same. And then as is this stuff. So I need to put this into a somewhere else. Add action responder. You're not needed. So a sentence needs to have this code. Easy enough. Let's just say sentence dot add to registry. Although we'd need to pass an entity in. That's fine. Sentence dot add to registry entity. Is this gonna have an autocomplete to complete this for me? Refactor? Generate? No. Alright, well that's fine. Can't have everything. Sentence. Void add to registry. And we need to pass in a registry. Well, maybe not the whole registry, but at least a reference to it. And maybe not even a... Oh, don't we need registry, we need entity. Entity. And entity. Oh no, you do need a registry as well. I suppose you don't have access to it in here. Entity. Registry. Entity. And instead of sentence animation, it's just animation. Idle. Position. I can also have a void removed from registry. And that is where I can just put that destroy stuff. So let's just say... oh, I can add this other stuff, actually. Oh no, action responder I only want to add once. Yeah, that's correct. Sentence dot add to register. Do I have to make this public by default? Oh, not like that. I need to pass in the registry and entity. I guess you don't have to be the entity either, you can be a reference to it. What's wrong? Not marked const. Can I use this? No, that's not it. Oh. Const auto sentence. Guessing it's not going to be so easy. Entity here is an entity and registry is a reference. Sorry. Right, so the roles get put through a random number generator. The while part should only end the loops when they are the same value, but it ends on any number, not matching numbers. You can link to the vid that has the assignment and shows the console. Can you paste your code again on Discord? I'll have a look at it. Just paste the chunk of code again. I can have a quick look at it. Const auto sentence. Actually, hang on. No, don't want a const registry. It's never easy. Is it because the... I thought it's because the void... Const void. I thought it's just... Oh, do you have to end const at the end, maybe? Is that the syntax? Ah! I'll get there eventually. It's one of these. I don't want to move it. I would like you to be a reference, please. Come on. Ah, oh, that's it. I got it. I got it. My original idea was sort of right, I guess, where it's just meant to have references. There. Oh, that's how it works. Alright, you managed to roll it. So, you're saying roll 2 is 0, roll 3 is 0. While they are the same, read the key. Roll 02 is next a value between 1 and 7. While they are the same. It'll break when they're not the same then. Right? And you only wanted to roll when it's the same. Well, hang on a moment. What are you trying to do? The while should end when they are the same value. So you're... Hello. Hello. That's weird. My mic's been doing this lately. I think the USB ports on my computer might be broken. I was just going to say, your while loop should be while they are not the same. And then when they are the same, the next time it hits the bottom of that while loop, it breaks. So you want to invert what you're checking for in the while loop. So while the roll is not the same as 3. And you'll want to initialize them as 2 different numbers, so it at least goes in there once. Does that make sense? That should work. That does make sense, yeah. Cool. Okay. This is nice. What would that be instead? It would be exclamation mark equals. Isn't equal to. Try it. Give it a go. Make sure you define them as 2 different numbers, otherwise it'll never go into the while loop. So when it's equals 0, make one of them 1 or 400 or something. Doesn't matter. What was I doing? I think in action responder C++, you want registry. You need to be const. And you need to be a reference. So if it's not empty, get the sentence, which is the thing at the front, remove it from the registry, and erase it from the start of the conversation. That's fine. Can I even do sentence stop begin? Doesn't matter. Can I do begin dot? Oh. So I can do this then. Like that. So this is current sentence. Current sentence is the thing at the start of the conversation. So we're going to remove it from the registry. We're going to erase it from the conversation. That's nice. Alright. And then we're going to check if there's no more sentences left to have. Does erase return something if there's nothing left? That would be nice. If there's nothing left, then destroy the whole entity. Otherwise, we're going to need to add the next sentence. You are just a compilation issue. You should go away when I build. Oh, something went wrong. It says you did it in 0 attempts. So it says you completed without even starting to generate random numbers. Did you remember to change what your roles start as? Your roll 02 and roll 03. Did you remember to make those different? Okay. My thing's working here. That's a little neater. Well, it shouldn't be in place. This should actually be something else. Hang on, I need to... Control Z's not really it. You should do this. Alright. Honestly, can I extract this stuff to cutscene data? Next pressed or something. Nah, fuck it. Nah, this is fine. You link the video assignment at the timestamp, but you understand me correctly, you need to change them to have a value instead of 0. You need to make them different from each other, because if you read your while loop, right? You have this text, while roll isn't equal to, while 2 isn't the same as 3. While roll 2 is not the same as roll 3. So it only goes into that loop if that statement is true. So you need roll 2 to start off at a different value to roll 3. Otherwise, it's never going to go in there. Right? That's what you did, yeah. But this bit, do you have something like this? I don't know. Right. The while loop, when it starts, it evaluates that statement. If it's true, it'll go in the while loop. Otherwise, it'll leave. And when it gets to the bottom of the while loop, it will go back to the top, evaluate the statement again, and so on and so forth. While loops are quite dangerous for that, but you know, you can make them run infinitely if you just do while true, for example. It will just go forever. It's how a lot of games work. Okay. This looks fine. Do they have to be something specific or just different? Just different. Look at the statement. The statement is just while they're not the same. So you can even make it so roll 02 is 0, And roll 03 is roll 02 plus 1. And that way they'll never be the same. Something like that. I can bring back a WouHou now. Yes! There you go. That's good to hear. Tired. Okay. So, let's think. For now, I would like there to be some sort of level logic timer. And I want that to only tick up while there's no cutscene. So let's have a look at that. We have something called stage system and in tick. So instead of this, I want something else. Wow. Still don't understand it, but at least it works. There you go. What part don't you understand in particular? Okay, so I'm going to have something in here called ticks. I also want to have something called... So I might want to rename this ticks part. Let's call this ticks since begin. Since levels started. Okay, never mind. Why can it be a random value instead of having it to be a specific value? What makes 0 any more or less random than the number you used? What makes any of the values random or not random? You're still picking a number, right? Just a number. Why would it need to be a specific value? The while loop just makes sure they're two different ones. It doesn't care what the number is, just that it's two different numbers. Alright, I don't want ticks, I want spawn ticks. Let's take spawn ticks. You can also say if there is a cutscene. If registry dot contains something like that. Oh, the music ended. Let's play some different music. Chuck on. Oasis is good. I want to check if guess I don't really have a component for cutscene. Oh no, I do. I have cutscene data. I thought registry.contain said a thing. Any of? Hmm? Spawn ticks, please. Alright, that's not quite there yet. Any of. Wow, we didn't use this. Let's just Google it. Entity check if component. Registry.have. .get. Registry.tryget, I guess. We don't have an entity here is the issue. Entity. Check if entity exists with component. Check here. I just want to see if anything of this type exists. Thanks for all the help. Well, thank you. Yeah? I'm glad we're able to sort stuff out. Stay in chat until you fall asleep or finish all the assignments. I won't stay too long. I'm quite hungry. And it's nearly midnight and I've got work tomorrow. I'd like to get this done first, at least. I thought there was a function in the registry for just checking if something existed. I know we have tryget. We have that for loop somewhere. For every registry.view, I guess. Registry.view. No, not context. View. You're in UK time. I'm in the Netherlands right now, actually. But yeah, you're in CET. No, I'm in Netherlands. CET +1 or whatever. Entity. History. Yeah, it's nearly midnight. .empty, like that. So if there's anything of if there's no cutscene data, then increment spawn ticks. A little scuffed. I'll write a comment. Something like this. Alright, spawn ticks, so I need stagesystem.c++ to get spawn ticks. Spawn ticks, blah 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 blah. And hit run. Yeah, let's see if this works. Ideally, this just works. The idea is so it's not going to start spawning enemies or another cutscenes while there's a cutscene running. Oh, okay, that compiled. Spawn ticks are climbing, and they're stuck at 200. I'm just going to wait a little longer just in case. If I hit. Okay, and they continue climbing. And then it's, I think, 800 around now. We get another cutscene. And that stops. Okay, this works. That's nice. If I add in enemies again, so we have test stage. I have a cutscene spawning at 200. If I make it so there's an enemy that spawns at 201, and one at 300, and one at 400 or whatever, but also one that spawns at 5, there should be a enemy at the start here, instantly, up there, and then we get our cutscene. And then we don't get any more. Yeah, there's this treasure mouse that's just not able to spawn. If I end the cutscene, we should instantly get a treasure mouse right there. Ah, look at that. That's fantastic. Alright. That just works. Nice. Are you programming something specific? Practicing? Mostly practicing, yeah. I don't think this is a... I mean, maybe I'll sell it at some point. We'll see about that. Just something I've been working on for a while. We started version 1 of this project in COVID. Because I wanted to make sure I could keep up my C++ skills, and then we continued on it, I don't know, a year or two ago. This is version 2, sort of a remake, if you will. And the goal is just get as far as we can, have a little bullet hell game. And already things are going great. Looks nice, right? I'd like to get a level editor done. The other stream, I mean, this stuff you've been seeing here, teststage.json, this is something I could write a, like a level editor for. So you have like a bar that you pull left and right to decide what time. So tick to 0 all the way up to tick 5 minutes. And then you can maybe drag and drop an enemy in, drag and drop an enemy in, so on. Add a cutscene, whatever. This is nice though. This is already really good. I am noticing that the... oh, my voice is going. The HUD system seems to be drawing late. This stuff should be drawing over the top of the player. I guess it's because the animation, like this this picture here. Yeah, this is the same as like the player sprite. I should probably have like a draw order or something. Looking forward to future game jams in the school you're in, so you can make stuff like that. Game jams are fantastic fun. Really good practice. Great work. I'm just going to very quickly look at render actor system. For every entity with a sprite and a transform, draw them. Is this excluding movement? So I'm thinking I could just add a component that says draw on top. No, a little lazy maybe. Yeah, I could have a layer on the animation maybe. Sprite? Not something I massively care about for now, I'm gonna be honest. I should probably just have a different component for drawing pictures, HUD pictures to otherwise. Alright, anyway. I think I'm gonna call it there for today. It's good progress. Honestly, a lot smoother than I was expecting. We've got the cutscenes working again. Those have been broken for a very long time. And it's no longer that, it's kind of cute, but kind of janky system where you shot the cutscene to go to the next one. You now, well, press the space button, the shoot button. I could even make it so the player's shots and stuff are disabled in cutscenes. Like, there's a lot we could do. We have this ability to check if a cutscene's currently running, so we could do all sorts. I could even have a different key for moving the cutscene on, or I could have a timer that starts that auto, like, after like a couple of seconds, it kicks off the next cutscene. It's cool. It's been fun. Well, fantastic. I'll head off for now then. I'll catch you all probably tomorrow and see how I'm feeling. Hope you all have a nice evening. Goodbye for now. Bye-bye.